Hi, welcome back to the Lucy Bird. I'm Steph. Today I'm going to show you 5 things that I found at the Dollar Tree that help me stay organized in my craft room. We all know that as crafters, scrapbookers, quilters, we always have a constant growing supply list. So keeping them organized, I guess that's really a second sport of what we're doing. But I found 5 things that have really helped me stay organized in my craft room. First thing I found at the Dollar Tree was this, it's called a book bin, and I found it in the teacher section. When you browse the Dollar Tree, just take a peek in different sections. There might be something that surprises you with what you can use. But I use my book bin to keep the projects I'm working on organized. So we all know as quilters, we have a ton of patterns, books, probably keep them up on a shelf, but I usually work on a few projects at a time, and this book bin helps me to keep those projects front and center. So everything I'm working on goes in here. I keep this close to my sewing machine. Everything's organized, ready to go. Book bin. Second thing is probably even more surprising than a book bin, and it is this toolbox I found in the automotive section. This toolbox is the perfect height for storing Orifil thread. I have probably at least a dozen in here. It could probably hold about that many more, and this would be a great way to pack them up and travel to a quilt retreat. Third item, I found these back again in the teaching section. I love that they coordinate with the book bin, but these are little magnetic storage items. In quilting, we have a ton of tiny items that constantly need to be wrangled. I'm thinking basting pins for one. For the next one, I would probably store a few of my useful binding clips. And really, this would be a great item to store used rotary blades in. We know when we use up a rotary blade, it's dangerous to put it into the trash alone unless you wrap it back up in cardboard. So this would be a handy way to store used rotary blades that you could either use for paper or cutting foam later on. Keeps them safe. Those are $1 each. The next item might be a little surprising. I use Ziploc bags or zipper seal bags all the time to keep my projects organized. So this came, I think there are 11 in there for $1. These are a quart size. But what I use them for is whenever I'm working on a patchwork project that has a bunch of different blocks, I often get into the groove of cutting at one time. I don't cut one block, then sew it, then press it. I cut multiple at a time. So zippered sealed bags help me to stay organized. One weekend I was able to get everything from this book cut up. I got it labeled, that's a key, and into storage bags. So you can use smaller ones for small pieces, keep everything together in a larger bag so you know exactly where it's at. You could use this for bigger quilt size pieces, but these are a tried and true way to stay organized as you quilt. The 5th and final item is this basket. Of course, we all know baskets you can store anything in. You could store books in here. You could store items that you have cut and are ready to go. I think it's a cute way to store quilts just to display them. I love to display quilts around my house in unique ways. I put them in baskets, I put them in wine racks, different things like that. But what a fun and cute way just to store some projects so you can see what you're working on. And I promised you if you stayed until the end, there'd be a bonus item. The bonus item are these 10, they're called mini containers with lids. These for 10 in a pack for $1 come out to 10 cents each. And you know what I think is a fun thing to store in these? We all know that to burn midnight oil, we need some goodies in our room. What a fun way to portion control some of these movie-sized boxes you find at the Dollar Tree so that you have a little chocolate pick-me-up anytime you want it. No one in the house is gonna hear it. you can enjoy it in peace. That's it for today. Subscribe to the Lucy Bird. You can find me on my other platforms. Check me out at www.thelucybird.com. You can find me on Instagram, find my Facebook page. I'd love to connect with you. Stay tuned. I'll have more great tips next week.